Well, hey, there you are, Sonia here. Welcome to Sonia's Sermonettes. You know, I'd never want to think that my negligence or my slothfulness or my ignorance, the inability to discern, that I would allow one soul to slip past. One soul that's reaching out, searching for something that's real and that will work. I want to do my very best to reach out to as many as possible. Starts out rather slow, but if we're consistent, if we're faithful, I do believe we will be rewarded for it. Now, to be honest with you, I know a lot of people are asking the question, where is God in my life? How come he's not showed up? How do I know there is a God? And how come he's not done something for me? Have you ever thought about the story in the Bible? Maybe some of you haven't heard of it. But the prophet that went to the cave, he was hiding out. He thought the whole world was against him, I guess, and that he was the only one left. Have you ever thought about how God actually came to him and presented himself? Oh, I'm sure he presented himself greater, in the past and in the future as well. But this one particular time, when this prophet felt all alone, his life was threatened, he just felt like he was the only one that was suffering, and was truly probably suffering, because after all, he'd had a position that was pretty well deemed as a high position in the spirit world. But when God came to him, when he appeared to him in just a still, small voice. Now my voice may be still, and it may be small in numbers, but yet, could it be that the reason that I'm on here is just for you? Because you're searching and you're seeking God, and you wonder where he's at? And do you actually think that after all these years, back when I first started out with the Lord, I fought, I fussed, I carried on, and I wanted to see God manifest himself and materialize himself. And still I only heard a small voice that went through my thoughts of what he had ordained for my life, and would not stop. It continued on. But the still small voice really got my attention. And tonight, I pray that you hear my voice, and that you know that somebody out here cares enough to feel the empathy for you, to feel the compassion that Christ has toward us. Many times we've wondered throughout our life if we failed. Did we fail individuals? Were we negligent? Were we just plumb ignorant in it? And God gave me a story. I have a podcast that I do, and it's on Podbean. It's called Out Here on the Farm, and you're welcome to find it and listen to it. And one time soon, I'm not sure when it will be posted, I share a story about how Jesus let me truly know that I had not failed individuals. I'd wondered in my mind if I had. I thought possibly I wasn't doing things right. Maybe I misled them. Possibly, Lord, did I fail him? And in this story, Jesus said, you have not failed them, and they have not forgotten you. Do you know what a blessing that is? See, it's not all loud trumpets and marching bands and what have you, great cathedrals, red carpets rolled out. Sometimes it's your own voice you hear with your answer as you pray, as you seek God. I'm on here for you because I feel the Spirit of God drawing me to care, to share my experiences, and to let you know it's not all in the crashing lightning and the thunder. Sometimes it's just a voice, possibly my voice, may be able to reach you and tell you it does not matter what your outward appearance is. God sees your heart, and He knows you're seeking Him. He knows you're crying. He knows you're broken or you're forsaken or just lonely. Otherwise, why would I feel this pull that I'm feeling right now? I feel souls that need help and need guidance and needs to know that somebody really does care enough to lay aside all their own life and give it all to God. And that's what I did years and years ago. Have I had it easy? I don't know anyone that has it easy, but I know that it's been livable when I've had God on my side. I know that many times I've seen Him do things for me, and I know I've failed Him. But you know what about God? I think we don't hear enough about the forgiving of God, how He forgives, how He understands, how Jesus Himself walked this earth and knows what it's like to be in a human form and to be tempted and to be tried and to be tested, to be persecuted, to be jailed and to be crowned with thorns and crucified for you and I. Someone cares. Your life is valuable. You truly do matter to God. And this voice, it's the voice calling out to you. Just surrender it to God. Give it to God. I don't care how bad it looks. Let Him have it. Give it all to Him. My heart is rather heavy tonight. You know, years ago I could just drop and go here and go there and travel here and travel there, and I met all kinds of different people in different walks of life. But now that I'm older, I'm not able to do that. I'm not saying I'm completely disabled, but I'm saying it isn't feasible and it isn't even conditional for me to do so right now. And that's why God gave me this voice to get on here and to tell you He heard your prayers. He hears you. He sees you. I feel His Spirit pulling you in. Because sometimes, just because we can't stop and drop and just run, we can still let people know, I care. And you know what? I appreciate each and every one of God's people. And I'd never, ever, ever want to fail anyone, no matter what walk of life they are, no matter where they've come from. I know God cares. I love that song, Does Jesus Care, when I've tried and failed, and I've resisted some temptation strong. Does Jesus care? And the chorus goes on, oh yes, He cares. I know He cares. He cares, and I care. I feel the Spirit of God for you, and I want you to know we are sending out blessings to you tonight. Bless these people that hear my voice. Bless them, Lord, in Jesus' name. And so, until next time.